Hey, it's Ben here. In this video, I'm going to be doing a review and giving my thoughts on a new app coming out that's cloud-based called Social Traffic Jacker. What this does is this combines two previous already done ideas. First, the idea of just curating content across your social networks on autopilot, which there's some other apps that can do this, and the idea of page hijacking or site hijacking, where you'll take a URL from any site and then you exchange it with your URL and then add some like CTA things or opt-in buttons and then or opt-in forms and then share it across your social network. So you're curating someone else's content, but it's under your domain. And if they opt in to the opt-in form or click your CTA link, then technically you're kind of like hijacking someone else's content to use for your own. And chances are, if you've watched any of my review videos or you checked out some other apps, you've seen one of these page hijacking apps in action. And what this does, the Social Traffic Jacker, is it combines both of these ideas, where it's going to not only just allow you to hijack people's page and curate it with your own opt-in forms or social lockers or buttons or things like that, but it will take the entire feed of another blog. Like, for example, this blog here called QuickSprout, it can take the content from this blog, switch its domain out with your own, add some buttons and CTAs, and then each time QuickSprout publishes a new blog post, Social Traffic Jacker will automatically syndicate that new hijacked post that you've hijacked across all your different social networks. In this case, it's going to allow you to connect Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and Reddit, and it will automatically syndicate your new hijacked post, so to speak, across all these different networks to number one, curate content and give you something at least to post, even if it's not your own unique content, and also allow you to collect leads, because you'll be able to put your opt-in forms, CTAs, buy buttons on these actual blog posts from, for example, this blog here, or if you're in the paleo diet niche, a paleo diet blog or a ketogenic blog. And then depending on which version you get, you can actually run many campaigns at once. So you can have a kind of a whole army of content being published that technically is still it is other people's content, of course, but you can capture leads or direct people toward courses or funnels or things like that. And it's not just straight out sharing someone else's content and giving them all the traffic. Now, the way this works is first you need to connect your social accounts. Now, one of the drawbacks I found was, from what I understand, that Pinterest, LinkedIn, Reddit, and Twitter, if you want to be able to automatically curate to these four networks, you're going to have to buy one of the OTO offers. Is that the front end only comes with Facebook and Instagram. Then what you want to do is you want to connect an autoresponder if you want to capture leads. And then you want to set up your CTA actions. And these are like the actions or pop-ups that are going to appear on the page that you actually curate. Like, for example, if I curated this content here, we could actually have like a CTA show up like right down here in the corner where my mouse is, asking people to go to your link or your blog or your opt-in form. And, it's pretty easy. You just click on Add New Action. You can choose between an opt-in form, a video. You can actually embed a video with a call to action link, an image. You can do a social locker. This is actually only available if you buy the OTO one, where it will actually create a viral effect and people will have to share it to unlock some of the content. And then just some other basic ones here. But basically you want to focus on either the image or the opt-in form probably, or if you have a video like a quick advertisement or something, you can do that as well. You just enter the action name here. Choose which one you want, and then save it as your call to action 1 or call to action 2, and then just create it. So once you've integrated some social accounts in your actions, you can then start creating these curation campaigns here. And the way you do this is you go to Add Campaign, you want to give it a name, and then you want to enter the RSS link. And basically what this is all blogs that come with an RSS link, which you can connect. And it's usually just the blog's name /feed. And then you can connect this to RSS readers. Google used to have a reader. There's now a good one called Feedly. And every time they publish something, it was going to show up on wherever you've connected your RSS feed to, your reader. And in this case, every time they publish a new post, for example, the last one that this one published was how to become a highly rated user on Quora. If we go back here, we'll enter that link. the RSS link. And then every time QuickSprout publishes a new post, for example, this is the last one, then we're going to automatically curate that to all the social networks we set up and hijack that page as well to have our CTAs on it. Then if you want to have a custom introduction text like, hey, our brand really likes this content, or we thought this is really cool, check this out. So, it looks like you're curating it, you're not just, taking it. And then you can have a start date, you can have the campaign start, and on the front end, you can actually run these campaigns forever. You'll be able to get lifetime access, and as long as the the developer's up and working and the software's up, you can run campaigns forever. And depending on which version you get, you can run multiple campaigns. It doesn't have to be just one blog. Or if you want, you can choose an end date if you want as well. Then you want to add your call to action if you have one, and then you can have the percentage that shows up. So maybe sometimes you don't want to have the email pop up, and you just want to just share a free piece of content with your audience without doing any work, of course, but not ask anything. Now, I would have it show up 100% of the time if it were me, but if you want, you can actually choose to have it just show up 25%. Then you can connect your social media accounts here. Choose which ones you want to curate to. And then you can connect your domain. And the domain is basically the domain that's going to mask the QuickSprout one. So instead of curating, if you're going to curate this post here, how to become a highly successful, highly rated user on Quora, instead of showing, hey, this came from quicksprout.com/blog, it's going to come from whatever domain that you chose or you added on. So, for example, I want to add on the domain Virtual Pioneer. Then it will automatically kind of hijack it under your domain instead of this one. Then you can enter retargeting pixels as well in here. If anyone checks out the content on their site, then it will add it to your Facebook targeting, so you can run Facebook ads and things like that to offers and pay far less than just targeting cold people. Then you hit create campaign, and then I already have one started here. And then it's going to run as soon as whatever date that you decided to choose. And of course, you can go ahead and delete it. Now, there's other things that's going to come with depending on what version you get. You can check out the posts that are going out, which campaigns are starting with a calendar here. There's some analytics to see who's actually clicking on these CTAs, who's actually opting in, which campaigns are working, which ones maybe people aren't really relating to, and maybe you should just delete. And then there's the ways to integrate your domain or multiple domains, and there's an Amazon tool and some Facebook group pages that you can search for and use, and also you can use the Amazon tool to add your affiliate link to certain campaigns. Although the Amazon tool and this other tool, you'd have to learn about them more on the OTO offers. This one is only available if you buy the upgraded version. Now, another thing I wanted to point out was you see this name here, Traffic Infinity. Well, I asked the creators about that because they said that the name was Social Traffic Jacker, but whenever I logged in, it said Traffic Infinity. And then they said that the original name was supposed to be Traffic Infinity, but for whatever reason, they thought that Social Traffic Jacker might sound better and make a bigger launch. So that's what they're going to be calling it. So if you're, I forgot to point this out, but if you're wondering why it says Traffic Infinity, they just haven't changed the logo yet because they didn't like that name apparently. And then finally, I also want to point out that it did come up with tutorials as soon as I asked, and it pretty much covers everything you should know about, like a walkthrough, how to add on the Facebook accounts, connecting autoresponders, so you're not going to be totally left in the dark. And then now, as far as my thoughts on this, first of all, like I've said before with other curation tools or page jackers, I don't think it's just a total substitute for creating your own original content. I think you should go ahead and still create videos and your own high value articles and blogs. But of course, if you don't have time and you're busy and you don't have time to write a really in-depth article every day or every week, then some things that you can do is use this tool to curate other people's high quality content. Instead of just sharing junk and no one's relating and turns off people to your brand, you can find high value RSS feeds like QuickSprout, maybe if you're in the internet marketing niche, where you know that people are going to get value from it, and again, you can kind of use the traffic jacking thing to build your brand. Although just be aware in some cases that you are going to help QuickSprout's brand and Neil Patel's brand a little bit as well, because they will be going through and consuming the content and probably see, oh hey, he's talking about himself here, maybe I'll go check out his blog too. So there will be some benefit for you. Then you're also going to be helping build the other guy's profile. But then again, it's better than just doing nothing and having your Twitter account or your Facebook account totally empty, because there's other people who are posting every 5 minutes to 20 minutes, even if it's curated content, just to try to build up their fans and their following. And it's certainly better than slopping through each week and sharing something that's poorly written or not spelled right and actually is doing damage to your account. So if you want to learn more about Social Traffic Jacker, then check it out whenever it launches. It's going live again for a pretty low price, and you'll get lifetime access during the launch only to run campaigns forever that can possibly pull traffic forever. And you'll be getting all the features I talked about, except for the ones that I mentioned. You'll have to pay that extra fee for the upgraded version. So, and also you're going to get all the bonuses as well if you buy through my link, as always, as promised. So it's going live 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and check it out if it's right for you.